Hey everybody, Derek Munson here, and this is my Adams County, Iowa website, part of Project 2 for Art 337 Spring Semester 2019 at BYU, Idaho. I decided with this website from the very beginning that I wanted it to be really clean, really usable, not a lot of frou-frou stuff on it, nice lines and maybe just a little bit of depth and texture to kind of give it a modern feel. And so, as you can see here, this is my homepage, mock-up of it anyway. And I kind of went pretty traditional with it, just a normal navigation across the top here. One of the things that I had in my original spec was that I had a search icon right here, a little magnifying glass icon, and when you clicked on it, the search would appear above the header. Everything would kind of bump down a little bit, and there would be a search bar there. But then I realized that might be a little tougher to execute on mobile, and so I thought, let's just put the search right where it needs to go, right in front of everybody, and that was the user feedback I got, so I followed that. And so now the search is here. It's the very first thing you see, because if the government's going to serve you, they gotta be able to help you get to where you need to go quickly, right? So search is front and center here. I've got a couple of calls to action that are a couple of places we want to get people pretty quickly here, along with buttons that take us there. And then a panel that's got some holiday closures on it. This picture can be changed out depending on what the next upcoming holiday is here. So in our case, we're through Memorial Day, but the next one's the 4th of July. So I put a little sparkler photo on there. And then we've got our footer. It's got the logo for them, mailing address, some quick links that get us around, and then a contact us form that people can get in touch with them right away. And this is the working version of it. So that's about how big you could expect it to be, I guess, on your desktop. We're going to go check a couple of things here. First, we'll go to the directory. This is a picture of the courthouse here. On all of my secondary pages, I did this kind of overlapping content thing here where it's going up and over the photo. And I did that just to kind of help draw your eye down. I think your eye sees that there's a chunk here that's where the photo keeps going, but something else is cutting into it. And I think it just helps kind of pull you down into the content just a little bit. So I've got the directory here with everybody and their actual phone numbers. Next one down on our quick links is driver's test. So we'll go there. I want to have a nice kind of a light leak photo. I saw I did that on the homepage. I like the photos that have kind of the dramatic light going on. So anyway, this is our driver's test page. Pretty straightforward here. The next one would be the precinct maps. And so we've got this giant map here, and then an explanation kind of about how the precincts work and how they're split and why they're split the way they are and who created the maps, which I went and did the research on to find out so I could give a knowledgeable answer in those paragraphs. Another page we've got here is the history of Adams County. I just found a kind of an old-timey photo of some farmers in Iowa back in the 1800s and used that as my image there. I wanted to use something else here, but I figure we're talking about the courthouse. I've already used this photo on the other page, but there is no official rule that says you can't reuse a photo on a website. It's maybe not the best thing to do, but for this case, I'm just going to let it sit. And then finally, we have an area and population page. Love that photo there. That's beautiful. And we're learning, about the state of Iowa, their population, and then Adams County itself and its population. So that's the desktop version of the site. I also did a mobile version of the site, and we'll go ahead and click into that here. So here's my, let's see. Oh boy, it's not liking me. Okay, we'll do this. So it's the same thing. We've got the logo at the top. We've got a search box here. And then we've got our 3 calls to action. They're stacked into a single column now. Same with the holiday closures. I took the picture out of holiday closures because I didn't want this to be a mile long on mobile. But again, everything that's in the footer, those 3 columns, those are stacked up as well again. And the navigation here, the functionality of it is when you click it, everything slides to the left. You can get to whatever you need to. If these were working, you'd be able to click on this arrow here and it would rotate 90 degrees and point downward, and then would show you all the options under About. Clicking that navigation, that hamburger menu, gets you back to the screen. And then all the pages are laid out similarly like we had on the other one, just everything's collapsed into a single column. Secondary images, I've decided to fill the full width of the content column just because we're already on mobile. We don't have a lot of real estate. If I were to cut them, at the same distance as these, the text margins that are here, then the photos would be even smaller and have even less impact. So I decided it'd probably be best to just keep those photos full width. I try to be mindful of the page length when we're on mobile here. This is probably the toughest thing to do because there's multiple columns of content in these tables, and so I had to size things down just a little bit in terms of text size in order to create those columns and make it all still be readable on a mobile device. So anyway, that's my Adams County, Iowa website. I got so much great feedback from everybody along the way, and I'm really grateful to all of you for your responses and your suggestions, and I've done my best to incorporate those things in as I've gone here. Thanks for your time.